I wanna love you all day. I wanna call you my baby. She wanna fuck with Bouquet. You finna be my lady. Shawty, you drive me crazy. I wanna love you all day. I wanna call you my baby. She wanna fuck with Bouquet. You finna be my lady. Shawty, you drive me crazy. Shawty, you.
So good morning, Mr. Vance, and welcome to our sponsorship spotlight. I'm really excited to have you here. And first, I definitely want to say congratulations for winning the Best of Best Montgomery.
Yeah, thank you. 7 years in a row. We're so excited.
Okay, that's exciting. So next year we got to keep that winning streak up.
That's what I'm saying. We've got to keep doing what we're doing.
Exactly. Of course, I start out all these interviews with asking who has been your favorite Wednesday Night Live so far.
Well, I thought about that because I've watched your interviews, and there have been some great musicians playing with Terrence and the band, but we do a lot of work with Rodney Wilkerson down in Lowndes County. So I think the most fun I've had watching them and texting with those guys was when Rodney was on there. So I had a lot of fun watching those two guys interact together.
I agree. Just being behind the scenes and watching it was so much fun. Rodney's a character, so anytime he's on stage, it's going to be a good time. So let's just get right into the interview. My first question is, for those that do not know, what type of law do you practice at the Vance Law Firm?
We are a personal injury firm, which most of the time people think about a car wreck. But that can be an injury on the job. It can be somebody falling at a store. Unfortunately, it can be when someone gets killed by an 18-wheeler or any other kind of car wreck. But usually motor vehicle accidents are what most people call us about. I've been doing this, almost 25 years, and all of my practice has been in the area of personal injury work. Never defended an insurance company. I wouldn't take that kind of case. We have all our cases against typically insurance companies for the folks who are at fault in an accident.
Okay, so is it safe to say that you practice law for injuries that you are not at fault for?
You said that very well. It's when you're injured by no fault of your own. Exactly.
So let's say I'm in an accident and it's completely not my fault, and maybe someone is critically injured, or maybe they even, pass due to their injury. So what steps do I take after that?
Great question. And the best thing I can tell folks is to call sooner than later. If you have, hopefully it's, if it's a loved one of yours that you can call for them, it's a terrible time. It's a terrible thing to have to try to explain, but you hope you're never in that situation. But if you call someone with the experience like we have, we can sort of take that off of, there's a lot of grieving that needs to happen. The family's got a lot going on. We can handle all the details, but you want to have a lawyer in your corner sooner than later, because there's a lot of things that have to be done, putting an insurance company on notice. If it's an 18-wheeler or a company-owned vehicle, there are more things that you have to give proper notice. You have to secure the vehicle. You have to file some documents so that nothing is done with the vehicle. We've had cases in the past that we got in later, and the 18-wheel truck had already been put back in service, was on the road somewhere. So the sooner we get involved, the better. Also, we can get you to the right place to get treatment. A lot of folks in our state, because we didn't expand Medicare, we don't have health insurance. And so getting the treatment that they need is vital, and getting it early and not let time go by that's going to work against you. So calling sooner than later. It's a free call. It's, easy phone number, free call. You only have to pay us. Well, we only collect money if we recover money for the client. So it's a win-win for everybody.
Gotcha. So let's say this happens and we need to call you guys. You do offer a free consultation.
That's exactly right. It's free consultation. We can do it in person. We can do it over the phone. We can do it Zoom like we're doing right now. We can send someone to the hospital. We try to make it as easy as possible to get the process started.
Gotcha. Okay, so let's switch gears just a little bit and talk about COVID-19. It's been crazy. No one saw this coming. No one had any procedures in place for us to be able to battle this. So what are first, let me ask this question first. Have you guys noticed any changes in business since COVID-19?
Yes, in the beginning, when the state kind of locked everybody down, there were less cars, many less cars on the road, so there were less accidents. So we didn't see the number of folks calling us and needing our services. Now that has changed. Folks are back on the road,
Right.
where they can go places with the mask, and so the accidents, unfortunately, are picking back up. But folks not wanting to go to the doctor, which is understandable, but we get a lot of that. Folks will call and, hey, we're in an accident, but I'm not real comfortable going into a doctor's office or the emergency room. We can accommodate them. We're working with some doctors in town that have a very specific set of guidelines set up to keep possible COVID patients away from non-COVID patients. So we're working through all that. It's all strange times for all of us, but we're trying to do our best to help folks make accommodations.
Gotcha. You kind of answered my next question about, was there anything that you guys were doing to be able to help people that are afraid to go out into the public? And
yeah, we try to get them appointments, like I said, with places that they can feel confident and safe going to for treatment. But in the beginning, just getting to us and getting the paperwork done, we invested in all the devices and technologies of, we can text documents to people where they can sign it on their phone from anywhere they are, get it back to us. We can get the process started that way. They can communicate with their lawyer. And once we have a client and they're assigned, actually we assign 2 lawyers to every client. They get a case manager assigned to them as well. So they can communicate with all of our staff and our lawyers via Zoom, like we're doing, over the telephone, by text, by email, any way possible that makes it easy for the client to go through the steps of this process.
Gotcha. Okay, so talk to me about Together Alabama.
Together Alabama was a program we started just to try to get folks thinking about everything we're doing together. We did Together Alabama. We have done food bank program when all the COVID started, and we were trying to raise money to help the Montgomery area food bank feed a ton of people in the central Alabama area, which they do. My focus is, hey, I work here, but my family lives here, just like everybody else in our area. My kids go to school here, we go to church here, we go to the same grocery stores, and I was at Home Depot yesterday afternoon. So I'm part of this community, so I like to give back to this community, because without the members of this community, my practice wouldn't be what it is today.
Right, and it's so important to be able to give back, and it's so commendable that you guys do that. So we're going to wrap up this interview, but of course, before we go, you have to let everyone watching know how to contact you.
Well, I would say we could zoom into Terrence singing the jingle, but it's 333-3333. And, Terrence plays our band commercial because he's in it and he's the star of it. But that was so fun doing that. And yeah, we made it as easy as possible. We're here on the Atlanta Highway in front of Walmart, behind Applebee's, the old movie gallery building for folks that know the area. But phone call from any cell phone with a 334 area code, you just keep dialing 3s and it'll ring to our office.
Thank you so much, Mr. Vance, for being a part of our sponsorship spotlight. You guys that are watching, if you need a personal injury lawyer, call 3 for me.
That's it. There you go. You do it well too. We need to get you in one with Terrence. Right. Well,
right.
You guys have a great week and keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you. And we'll see you guys next week.
Perfect.